Hello and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. This is the Tabletop Role-Playing Game Club, and today we're going to discuss 5 tips on how we can get you passive income. That's right. Step number 1. Tip 1. Find an old lady with dementia, convince her you're her son. I didn't say they were legal. I just said they were tips.
Tip 2. Be born rich.
Oh, come on.
A good tip.
It works.
Make tip videos about how you can get rich using AI.
Yes.
Script all of those videos with AI. Generate all of the background images with AI. Have an AI do the voiceover. Profit.
And the last tip, become AI.
And have multiple YouTube channels on various different topics. Put out a video every day.
So, we're playing Legend of the Five Rings Shadow Empire. That's what we're really doing. And you can download the adventure, our last adventure, right here. Look at that. Look at that nice adventure right there. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/deadunicorn. It is free there. You do not have to donate. But it would be nice if you do. But until then, you're here watching this. And we're going to have a great time. Thank you to our patrons who are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And also, they get to vote on their favorite character. And their favorite character for this week is Baishi Naren. Because people were upset at what happened to her specifically last game. A little bit of recap. They were at a wedding. They were at a wedding for the Great Khan's daughter, Moto Nomen. And they were having a great time, schmoozing with the crowd, learning people, and stopping problems that were happening. Until the Great Khan himself arrived with his entourage. But he was murdered on the way. And they blamed Naren's husband and killed him on the spot and said that he was working for Moto Nomen. And they put her in the dungeon with her husband for so they could do things properly.
All allegedly.
Do it properly, just like they did with Bayushi Hiderihito.
Yeah. Well, they don't care about him. They care about, the titleship of the Khan, and they want to make sure that all of the other unicorn see that they're doing justice for Moto Nomen, right? And thus, it will give them legitimacy to take the Khanship. That's what they're after, right? They have taken all of the wedding guests and put them up in the guest house at Battle Maiden Castle. You are escorted to your rooms and put inside. Your rooms are not locked, but there are guards in the corridor. You're not sure exactly what the rules are here, but you...
Well, it sounded like we're just not allowed to leave the guest house.
You're allowed to be in the guest house. You're not allowed to leave the guest house until the morning when you are... They said that you were going to leave Unicorn Lands in the morning. Get your stuff together. You're gone. They apologize.
But I'm a unicorn.
Oh, you'll probably go back to Ide Lands.
Also,
Didn't they say that they wanted to have, now that, they killed Naren's husband, now they want to do things right and have, a trial where they evaluate all the evidence? When is that supposed to be? Because it's been about a while since we played.
We'll figure that out. You can ask those questions in a bit.
Okay.
But first, let's introduce all of the characters. I know you just took a big honking mouthful there, Sasha, but you were the winner of the... I'll tell you what the prize is. You get one free success. Your die roll succeeds. You get no opportunities on the roll, no bonus successes on the roll, but it's a successful roll. It happened. You did what you wanted to do. And it can be activated after the die roll. Even if you fail the die roll, you can say, no, I succeeded. So it's good, very, very good prize. And if you don't use it by the end of the venture, it turns into a void point. Sasha, tell us about your character, Bayushi Naren.
Bayushi Naren is of the Bayushi family, obviously. She wasn't born into this family, but she was aggressively adopted. I kind of like that phrase. So that's what I'm going to call it now. Aggressively adopted. And when she had an opportunity to return home to the place of her birth, Crane Lands, she was like, "No, I like it here. Screw you, Crane. I'm going to stay here." And
This place has
so
blackjack and hookers. I'm staying.
clearly, they appreciate me more. So there she stayed. She ended up getting married to Bayushi Hidarahito in order to kind of finalize her acceptance into the clan. And even though she's been trying really hard to like prove that she is one of them, not everybody is convinced. And she has been sent on like tests so far to try to kind of prove her worth and determine her allegiance. And she doesn't know exactly what the top brass want of her, but she's trying her best anyways to, do whatever it is that they want, serve her clan and fit in. But now with her husband murdered, she doesn't know how or if that might affect her relationships with her chosen clan. So she's a little bit nervous about that, on top of really rather upset at the fact that they murdered her husband. Not that any of that is going to particularly show on her face.
Ooh, and he never put a baby in you either.
Exactly. Which is why she's a little bit
Sad
like,
day. Damn.
she's a little bit like, this may be a problem later, but it's a problem for later. And I'll pass it off to my fellow Scorpion, Kuranagi.
Okay, so I play. My name is Tarek, and I play Shishiro Kuranagi. Kuranagi is quite the meddler and schemer. She is a happy-go-lucky person who everybody seems to find mildly entertaining, if not mildly annoying, but definitely just mild in a lot of ways. Most people would consider her to be kind of harmless, though behind the scenes she has her finger in a lot of different pies. Those pies tend to have poison in them, and that makes for delicious eating. Kuranagi last game was trying to bloviate her way around a Shinjo who was trying to make trouble for the wedding by disguising herself to look exactly like Moto Nomen, and then telling him basically that she would help him find an imperial bride, which she totally will not do. So that's great, and now even more so, I would be like, hey, look, I got arrested. So what do you want from me? Like, tough times. Sorry. Go home, forehead.
By the way, last
I
game...
have plans for tonight to try to do some information gathering of my own, as I am a Shishiro, and that is my job. I will pass it off to... Let's do my friend in game, Ide Yongso.
Before you go, I just want to say last game I did give y'all honor losses for impersonating and...
Oh, I didn't add the honor back.
But then you got some... I didn't say that you got some honor back for the promise you gave Moto Nomen and trying to save her, the friendship thing. So, yeah. I just want to make sure everybody, the fans know that I didn't... All right. James, go ahead.
I'm James, and I play Ide Yongso of the Unicorn Clan. And I am a musician and tiny spy. I seem to mostly bumble my way through with things with a little help. Okay, more like a lot of help from my friends. But I try to be as helpful for them, too.
A little help from the little people.
And a lot of help from
And, well, before all that impersonation occurred, I tried to deal with the Shinjo myself, but got my butt handed to me.
Yeah, he was a lot stronger than he looked.
definitely more skilled at wrestling. Kept throwing me around like a rag doll. And
I guess you need to practice your hand to hand.
probably campfire justice didn't go well for me. I'm going to pass it on to the opposite height person in our party, Moshi Sora.
I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora, a person who is completely on the opposite side of the height spectrum from myself. She is very tall and skinny, and just like a whole head taller than most people. Anyway, she is a super nice, soft-hearted lady who is currently on mission to try to see if she can save one of her clan members who has fallen deathly ill with something the kami can't seem to fix. However, my clan works with fire kami, and so I am off to see if I can find a water kami that can help. Or if I find something else, we'll see about that. That just
like
leaves
some
Matt.
That'll probably work.
Would diuretics help?
I mean, they couldn't hurt. Yeah, they could hurt.
Yeah, they might think it's better. Or worse.
Okay, Matt.
Hello, everyone. I play Doji Daisuke, one of average height in the group. And maybe not so average width, but then again, that's just his, everyday disguise that he likes wearing. Even though my new profile picture doesn't show it. But let's see. So, Doji Daisuke is a crane courtier who, has a very affable, personality that not a lot of people take too seriously. He's playful, seemingly harmless, but he knows his way around, defending himself physically if a altercation happens. But he'd rather use words rather than physical guile, if I said that correctly. But you know what? Let's move on from that. So he was just hoping to, take care of his Giri while also watching his master in poetry, get married, and hopefully things would have progressed from there. But no. Our previous enemy from that used to be associated with the Lion Clan has decided to rear his ugly face and throw a wrench into this entire nicely lubricated machine. Oh well, time to fix things.
Did you bring lubricant?
Nope.
It's James eating.
No.
All right, guys, you are in the guest house. I am going to show the complete map to the audience, but you can only see what's in your own rooms. I'm going to hit the game pause button, and you can now control the doors you are next to. So if you see a door icon, you can click it and look out into the hallway.
Oh. I see a lady.
Oh wow,
Look out-
another door.
Yeah, you can look out windows.
Close that door.
I put
Oh, it's like a sleeping room.
Naren and Kuronagi in the same room because I'm sure that's what they would have wanted.
Oh.
Is this room? Wait, is
I'm
this
out
room
on the
connected to another room?
balcony.
There might be a boundary there that's not. Oh, those windows?
Those are windows.
Those are windows. Oh, okay. I call dibs on this window. This room. Dibs. I locked you in there. I'm sorry. Get out. Thank you. You can have the bottom room. It's safer. I know you're paranoid, so it'll be good for you. No windows.
Oh no.
You don't need windows, right?
window-
I'm stuck
walls.
outside.
And just hear me out here. We could share the room with the windows. Leave a
Oh.
haystack inside of the bed in the other room.
Okay.
That way, it's a double cross.
somehow when I went through the door onto the balcony, it closed the door behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Go on to the balcony now.
it was telling me that
Oh,
my
James.
path collided with one or more walls.
Youngso and Sora both go out on the balcony.
Hello, friend.
Good to see a friendly face.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that we would have figured out we were heading to the same area.
For Matt, for Daisuke, there is a
Yes.
unicorn guard here.
Uh-huh.
He's just kind of... Is that a girl or a guy?
Watching you.
Nah, it looks like a guy.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's a guy. Yeah. He looks over at you as you come out. Doesn't seem concerned.
Oh, good sir. Is there a commons area that I can go to?
He says, just right down this hall over here.
All right, thank you. So I assume it's past him, or
Yeah.
like
You gotta go past
down
him.
these stairs that I see.
Not down the stairs. He says,
Nope.
don't go down the stairs. Past here.
Okay. All right. So I'll make my way over. Dang it! Why? Okay, now I can't seem to move the map for whatever reason.
Right click, drag.
Yeah, I'm right-clicking.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Refresh, F5.
Yes, refresh.
All right, refreshing.
Kuronagi, you find a note addressed to you in your room.
Oh.
It is from your contact.
Oh.
It says, things have changed, and it's harder to get into contact with you right now. Wait till darkness and come to the west side of the building. I will try to meet you there. Shinjo Ryohei.
Ryobe.
Ryohei.
Oh, Ryohei?
Ryohei.
Shinjo.
Well, Youngso, what do we do now? Maybe we should see about finding the rest of our companions.
Agreed. That's a good start.
All right.
Does your hallway also go to right here and tap at the wall between us? Or
Now,
in that part?
Yes,
There's a hallway on this side of my room.
I would assume that they both come out in the same place, since we're in neighboring rooms.
There's a chance that they went ahead and put the door on the far side for you instead. You know, confuse the enemy with awkward layouts.
And the builders as well. I'll see you inside.
Ourin.
Naren went into the little room
Yeah,
and has not said anything.
She's calling you.
Yeah.
There's a guard right here, as you can see at the end of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you can't go down these stairs.
Okay.
But it's okay to stay on this floor.
Yes, you can stay on this floor.
Then we shall stay here as ordered. Let's see.
Uranagi.
Oh, hey, we actually can see Daisuke.
We need a plan.
Ah. Well, I'm facing towards the balcony right now, so
Okay. What scene do we want to do first? Daisuke and Sora and Youngso, or the two Scorpion?
Go
I say
for
go
it.
with the scorpions first.
I think the scorpions would be good because we might
Alright.
have a discussion that might bring us out into different areas.
Okay, do the Scorpion first. Have your private scene.
Naurin, I know you're upset, but we need to come up with a plan. And
I'm not upset.
if we're going to have a plan, we're going to need information.
Changed. Not upset.
And the best way to get information is to try to scout out the area and figure out who we can and cannot trust. Man,
Uranagi.
yes.
Yes.
That's my name.
If I go out there, there is a very solid chance that the first person to upset me will lose a part of their body or their life.
I shall endeavor to keep you happy.
I'm glad we are on the same page.
But I can't speak for other people.
Hence why currently I am sitting on this small bed. If you think it is wise to unleash myself upon the other guests in this guest house, then I will come with you.
We still have some jobs that need to be done. And while I would love to help, things just got a little bit more complicated with how whether or not I will be able to use my abilities successfully. So we will probably need some help.
I am aware that you are correct, but this does not please me.
Trust me, I'm not very pleased either. Things took a very dramatic turn for the worse at the ceremony today. I wish there was a more clear way for us to have found information ahead of time that could have avoided this awkward situation we now find ourselves in. But alas, we are here now. And as such, we must be resourceful. After all, we are blessed to be part of the Scorpion clan. And as a result, you know our family motto, our clan's motto. No matter how torrid the river might be, we can swim.
I was going to say, we can swim?
Swim. Lannister
I'm
always.
not sure if you have considered the possibility that I have been, which is that I may not be a scorpion for very much longer. My position here has been tenuous for years.
Your position with the clan?
Yes.
Oh, I would not say something so drastic.
My husband is dead and I have no child.
So? If the Scorpion thought that the only value you brought to the clan was your ability to bear children, I guarantee you will be finding another husband very shortly. However, I have a feeling that there are many other uses that the scorpion will have with you and your skills.
I simply do not wish to return to Cranelands.
Oh, you won't be returning to Cranelands unless you do so of your own accord.
I appreciate that you are trying to comfort me. Shall we?
Friend, I am just trying to remind you of the truth.
Perhaps.
We all know where your loyalty lies. And soon it will be time to return the favor.
How do I
gotta open the
remove
door first.
myself from said door?
You have to
There we
open the
go.
doors.
Click on the door icon.
Yep, and there you are. You're out in the main hall where everyone else is. Okay, we can go back to the other characters.
Ah,
Can you
Doji-san.
do the strife thingy from the end of the scene from before?
Boom. Tension of the scene finally drops. Sorry about that. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Corey. Obviously we would remember coming in here and like what was what on the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Are those stairs down like where we came up from?
No.
Okay.
You guys came up from... So if you go through this area in the middle here, there's a balcony. If you can see my little... Hold on. Shift.
I can see the ringing, but I can't
Yeah.
see.
So there's a balcony
darkness.
here, and there's a staircase on the outside of the balcony, and that's the way you came up.
Okay, so we came up from external stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I assume that before both Naurin and Kuranagi came out of that room, I was found by the other two.
You're pretty sure there are rooms and amenities on the lower floor, but you're not sure why you're off limits from that.
I was actually just going to ask the guard.
Okay.
If you don't mind, sir, what is down there and why aren't we allowed?
We would just like to make sure that all of the residents here are,
Easy to keep track of?
that's one way of saying it, yes, ma'am.
I see.
Downstairs there are kitchens, there are staff, people working for the Unicorn Clan. If you need a servant, I can call one.
I see. Thank you. I will just head right on over to Daisuke.
There's another
Which,
Unicorn
yeah.
guard right here. It's a woman.
He's looking at the overlook.
There's another Unicorn guard back in this little corner back here.
Ah.
And there's one over here. They seem pretty spread out, but then they're covering a lot of like viewing angles too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of suspected as much. So I assume Moshi Sora and Ida Youngso like tap Daisuke on the shoulder, getting his attention.
I believe
Oh, there you two
Sora
are.
actually called out as we walked up.
No
right.
taps needed, just, Daisuke-san.
Ah, Sora, Youngso, good to see the both of you after that dreadful turn of events.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
it appears we
like-
found a garden. Is that
And
what this is,
I
Corey?
There's
Okay.
a so these are stairs going down, and underneath the stairs there is a garden, and there is a skylight from above that brings down like this middle area kind of comes out into a big like open ceiling.
Interesting.
So around here it's all open, and these are pillars that hold up a like awning right here. These pillars here and here. There are benches.
I will come sit on a bench.
There are more doors.
Wow.
You would think they would mind if we try to check out the other residences' doors.
On this floor, maybe not.
Do you just randomly knock on one?
It would be sort of suspicious. I'd rather wait until we're mostly in the common area to, chit chat, talk about rumors and whatnot, whatever else anyone else, or just essentially keep an ear out.
I don't feel it would be appropriate to just go up to random doors.
I can tell you this, though. Unless he's planning on eliminating complications, the prince is going to plunge the unicorn into civil war.
The guard kind of looks over at you.
What do you think our
like
next
you
move
said
should
something
be?
wrong?
What?
The guard, this guard here, looks over at James as if he said something wrong. But doesn't speak up or correct you or do anything of the sort.
I mean,
E2.5
clearly-
proceeds to intensely stare.
Yeah. You can have a little stare down with that guard if you want.
whatever
No,
the
I'm not
outcome
even
here,
looking at them.
Okay.
there will be people who are upset about it.
I'm quite surprised that the disgraced, what was he again? A magistrate? Corey, just wondering.
He was the captain of the guard.
Nope.
Oh, captain of the guard. Okay,
That's
yeah.
who you're
That the
talking about,
disgraced
right?
captain-
The lion guy?
The lion guy?
Mhm.
No, he
Yes.
was basically advisor for he was basically governing the unicorn not the unicorn, the
Oh.
lion district in City of the Rich Frog. But he didn't have a governor title because he's not the governor of the town. He's just oversees that area. So he was an advisor for the lion district of City of the Rich Frog, adjunct to the governor, and was there at the behest of both the lion
Yeah,
and
it's
the governor.
complicated
Yeah.
because that city was stupid.
Exactly.
More like a Hashimoto, I imagine, than he was like governor. He was serving in the role of like an advisor, and it was an honored position of which he could do much, like talk to the guard and like help dictate where they would send their investigations and their political appointments and stuff like
Exactly.
that. Less
He had
of a
He had a lot
like
of power.
governor. Yeah.
Sounded like he had a good thing going.
Well, like as Daisuke was saying, like I'm surprised that the unicorn would take the word of a disgraced lion advisor, of all things. Wouldn't that be
Especially as
irrational?
he was supposed to go to the castle of the Swift Sword, not into unicorn lands.
I smell a conspiracy with this.
Oh,
No hard
really?
evidence, but
Yeah.
Oh, really?
This scorpion can come on in.
all right.
Only when you're in the outhouse can you smell it.
So if I walk by these rooms, can I like do a little bit of a peek and sneak?
You want to do like a sleight of hand to like pop the door.
I'm just wondering if these are like real doors or if these are like shoji screen doors where I can kind of like.
They're like they're like shoji screen doors.
Okay. So is it easy enough to like try to overhear things as I'm walking by? I have keen hearing.
You do hear movement in there. There's no conversation though.
No conversation? Okay. I'm just keeping an ear out for each door that I pass by, trying to map this place out in my head, basically.
Everyone else in the rooms are just sitting down like sulking toddlers.
So yes, you said there. Daisuke just said there's a conspiracy. And go.
And I made the comment about you can only smell the outhouse when you're in it.
Not even when you pass by
Unless you're
it.
extremely
A
unlucky.
conspiracy, she says as she pulls out a fan.
Oh, hello, Kuranagi. I was wondering where both you and Now have been spirited away to.
Oh,
I hope,
Daisuke,
I hope she's
don't
not
call
taking it
her
too
Now
hard with
Now.
what happened to her husband.
Now is down the other side of the hallway,
Yeah.
staring daggers at a unicorn bushi.
She's liable to stab you, especially after what just happened.
The look you give her makes her put her hand on the pommel of her hilt there as you approach. And she says, Bayushi-san, can I help you?
I would hope so. I have questions.
Well, if I can help, I will.
That merchant that was here, has he also been taken into these rooms here for the night?
She points to this door here and says, that's his room.
Wonderful.
Any
That
other?
is all for now. Thank you.
She gives you a slight bow, never averting her eyes from you.
Stalks down the hallway.
Oh, these are not doors. These are windows. These are closed
Well, then
windows.
make them windows.
Well, they're closed up. They're all...
Oh, they have shutters?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're like actual windows that are closed
with
to
shutters.
the inside so they could like oversee the garden here?
Yeah, so they can overlook that garden, exactly. The door is actually here.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can kind of see the hallway turning.
The merchant's room. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna squeeze past Daisuke. Oh god,
Yeah,
I can't.
you can go right
I'm
through
too-
us.
I can't go through him because
Don't worry, I'll move out of your way.
He's too round.
I
His
guess I
bulk
packed
is-
in a little too much extra rice. Thought I was going to go hungry, you know.
so bulky.
This
So-
isn't packed with rice, is it? That
Oh,
So,
it's quite hefty, but it's a good workout.
it must weigh 200 pounds.
Well,
How
it'll
are
have
you-
to be convincing, but it's good armor.
Until you get hit, and then it spills everywhere. And
Corey, I'm doing my-
birds.
Oh
Corey,
no,
I'm doing-
my rice broke.
Corey, I'm doing my best to map out the area that I see here, like mentally. Is there a check that you want me to do to try to keep track of it?
How about you take out a piece of paper and just kind of
I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to the merchant to literally buy some paper and like a writing implement because I don't
I mean,
have one on me.
if I do that publicly, people will think it's weird of me to do.
No, I mean, you can do that right now. In real
Oh,
life.
you mean me physically?
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that.
I mean, you know how we used to do back in the day.
Oh my god, I drew so many maps.
So do you knock on this door here, Narn? Does Narn knock on this door?
yes, I was nodding.
Okay, sorry
Aggressively.
about that. All right, there is an answer. And you see that friendly merchant man. His name is Yasuki Izu. And he says,
Is Yaski the family name or the
Yeah.
the personal name?
Yaski's his family name. He's a member of the Crab Clan. Crab
Okay.
Clan Yaski family are a merchant family. It's what they do for a living.
They used to be part of the Crane, funny enough.
Oh, yeah. You might have something in common. Yeah, they used to be part
So
of
you
the
hate
Crane,
them
but
too,
now
huh? Yeah, get it.
And he says, he kind of looks out both ways and he says, Scorpion-san, come in. And he moves back and hopefully you close the door behind you.
Wacha.
And he motions you to sit at the table. You are Bayushi Narin, if I believe you're Bayushi Narin. My name is Yasuke Izu.
Yes.
Is that a question?
Welcome to my small room.
Is there another room right next to him, or is that like?
That's his
No,
bedroom.
that's his. That's a little sitting area. That's the little bed area.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah, exactly. Just like you have in your room.
Right. Okay.
He'll move over there and he'll close that door so it's not a distraction and come back on over.
Just looking around in this little area, does he have all of his goods or like the cart with his goods or any of that stuff in here with him, or was that all left outside?
Does have some stuff, but like you see a bag with some stuff in it, but you don't see like all of his stuff from his cart.
Just packed up the little bits and bobs into a bag, probably.
He says, are you looking for my wares? I'm sorry, but most of that stuff is kept down below, and the guards said that they have servants packing it all up, and it will all be there and itemized for me. I do have a few things, though, if that's why you came to me. Is that why you came to me?
I have.
Okay, well, he grabs his bag and he starts pouring some things out. He picks it up and puts some stuff out. And he's like, okay, well, this is it.
What does he have? If you have a specific list, or if I should just ask at the risk of looking stupid, if I ask if he has something he clearly does not have on the table.
He has a calligraphy set, definitely. He has some charms. He has some medication. And he has... What else does he have? Like chopsticks. He has a sake set. He has a bottle of sake that he kept, just in case.
Let me
He
look.
doesn't
I
have
don't
any
think-
sweets.
Oh no.
That's sad. Naren could use some sweets.
I know.
Corey,
She could.
why didn't you mention sweets? Now I want cookies.
We have Twix. Go get a Twix bar.
It's not Twix. It's Twix ice cream.
Yeah.
It's not
I have
the same.
baklava if you want me to email you one.
Yes, just put that right through the camera. I'll take it. Oh, I love baklava.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, baklava is my favorite.
I hope
Yeah,
there's
I
some.
think
He says, "I hope there's
if I
something
bought
here."
if the calligraphy set, would that include everything that one would presumably need to draft messages or letters?
Yes.
Or
Probably a sume kit with paper, ink, and then a sume pin.
Okay. Naren is definitely going to request to purchase that from him.
Perfect.
I'm not sure how much it costs. I will have to find it.
Just look up sume kit in the book.
Items.
Yeah, I got it. Calligraphy set. It costs 1 boo.
Okay, that is perfectly fine. If I can get it to open.
Not gonna break
He's
the
not
bank.
upcharging. That's good.
Make a sentiment check.
Okay.
It's gonna be sentiment. I don't want to say. I say, not water, right? Water survey. It's gonna be sentiment. Here we go. I want sentiment fire or sentiment void.
Okay, I'll do fire.
Okay.
Tien?
2. There you go. Looking good.
Sure, I'll take a strife. I don't need a second one, so...
Yep, get rid of it. Don't need it. Alright. You ask him how much it is, and he picks up a little book and he looks in it, and then he tells you the price of it, and it seems to be like just like the calligraphy set looks really good. Like it's a nice quality set and could be charged more for it, but it's just charged the standard price. And from your sentiment check, what you get is, why does this guy need a book if he's a merchant like this? Why does he need that little book there?
Why does he need a book that tells him all the prices for things?
Yeah.
If he's a merchant, why doesn't he just know how much money he wants for things?
Yeah.
This is like, it's what he does for a living, but he has to look up the price.
Yeah, that's super weird. I have a... My brain is not braining. Opportunity. Oh my god.
Yes. You may use that.
Is there anything that might be particularly useful for me because I want to know more about that. So I'm looking right now. Was that a scholar skill or a social?
Scholar.
Yeah. Scholar skill.
Okay, you know what? That's great because skill use scholar extrapolate the motivations or desires of another character in the scene. That might be really useful right now.
His motivation is to be on your good side.
That's a really
wants
solid
you to
motivation.
like him.
Mm-hmm. She'll pay for the calligraphy set. Let me make sure that I took it and put it in my inventory. And you said it was 1 boo, so I'll remove that.
One
real
boo,
quick.
and you get a calligraphy set.
Okay. There we go. Yep. Inventory's all situated. He also, by chance, this is probably, I would assume, no, and I don't want to ask if I've clearly seen that it's not on the table and look like an idiot, but I was hoping that he might have, like, practice swords, like the wooden ones.
No, everything that could be used as a weapon, they kept downstairs.
They kept downstairs. Okay. Yeah, I should have asked earlier, but I was not expecting this
He says,
to happen.
we do all have our own weapons, though. It's like, they didn't take our katana. They did.
Yeah. Wait, did he say that? He
Yeah.
says that? He makes it sound about
Yeah.
that? She looks at him and she says, I assume that the sight of me drawing a weapon at this place will be not received particularly well, given our current circumstances.
I think they might kill you if you do that.
That is what I mean. Hence why I was hoping you may have something a little bit less obtrusive. But it seems that I am out of luck. I should have come and seen you before, but then again, I was not expecting my husband to be murdered in front of me.
He kind of leans in and he says, "Do you think that they'll kill Noman and Kengo?"
I think I should very much like to find out what exactly it is that they know about the situation. And if I find out that they had anything to do with the death of my husband. And then she just leaves that unfinished.
He says, "That was your husband," and then stops.
I certainly hope they had nothing to do with it, I should say. But let me ask you this. Why does a merchant require a logbook to set the prices for their wares? I would hope that you would think twice before you look at me and choose to lie to me as well. I am in a particularly poor mood this evening.
He said,
And I mean, if you want me to make an intimidation check, I will, but I'd like to see if he will just answer me. Because I could roll like a command check here.
he says, um, Kengo thought of you as a friend, a dear friend, right?
Yes.
He says, not all people who were his friends could come to this wedding. Scorpion-san, please don't say anything. Are you going to blackmail me?
She leans in a little bit closer and just says, "Look me in the face and tell me that you are not involved in any way, shape, or form with the death of my husband. Swear it to me."
I swear I had nothing to do with any of it. Here, he pushes more goods towards you, says, take this stuff.
I am not here to extort you in any way. I simply, very passionately, wish to find out the truth of this matter and would appreciate any information you could give me.
If you were trying to save Kengo, then I'm your ally.
I am. I do not believe that Kengo is involved in this, even if I am unsure of Noman's involvement. I would like to believe that she was not involved in this situation. I have come to consider her a friend. But you may forgive me for pondering due to the traumatic circumstances of this evening.
It does look very bad for Moto Noman, considering that she's the eldest child. She was marrying somebody who had imperial ties, and that her father, the Khan, dying means that she would have the strongest, she would be in the strongest position to take the Khanship. He says this like a skilled courtier, like he knows what he's talking about. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of people who would doubt this. That said, if it happened, why would she do it before the wedding, which would definitely interrupt the ceremony that would consummate the marriage between her and the imperial families?
Her claim would only be stronger if it had happened after the wedding.
Yes. But most people, they don't see things like I see them. So it looks like a setup to me. I don't know why there's a lion allied with the unicorn. They are bitter rivals since the unicorn have returned from the burning sands and took back the domain that the lion have been using. Lastly, there is a Sheikah clan member there, a deer family. I have no idea why a member of the matchmaking clan, a person known for putting together marriages, high-profile marriages, are what that connection is at all. That said, I don't know much about magic and the kami. If you could tell me, I would be very much appreciative.
Specifically, he's asking if I could tell him what the Deer Clan woman has to do with it. Is that what he meant by magic in the comment?
Yes, if you could find out, because he doesn't think you know either.
Yeah. All speculation, but if we are working under the assumption that this is a setup, then perhaps there is the promise of a powerful marriage at play here. And that is her involvement here. Perhaps.
Well, I don't think Zergatai is going to be marrying Kengo.
No, I would assume perhaps to a lion. And that is the tie with I forgot his name. What's his face?
His name is
Kitsu Satoru.
Yeah, Kitsu
Yes.
Satoru.
And perhaps that is the tie with Kitsu Satoru. But it is in my best interest to find more of this out as well. So, if I happen to find that out, as you do seem to care for Kengo's well-being, I will inform you of what I know
Oh,
in exchange for your cooperation and assistance.
Good luck. Good luck, Bayushi-san. All right, we're gonna go back out to the hallway where everybody is chatting out there. What are your plans? What are you doing? Who are you talking to?
That's exactly what I asked before Naurin walked off. What are all your plans?
I don't really know.
You don't know what your plans
I
are?
don't know. I don't know at this point. I have goals, but I don't know how to achieve them.
Yes,
I
this
think I'm gonna-
really has thrown a stick into the works, hasn't it? I was
And,
hoping.
I'm gonna use cadence to kind of communicate this message with both Moshisora and Youngso and Kuranagi. See if I can at least convey a message that the unicorn Bushi nearby us won't understand. Let's see, social skill. All right. See what I can do.
How do I?
Sorry, guys, I was just trying to pick some fuzz off my microphone.
No problem.
I was hoping to see if anybody could help out with my healing problem, but so far all I've gotten was a hint that a strong water kami that lives in the shoot, what did they call it?
Well, you,
A strong water kami that I might find below the castle might be able to help, but it doesn't look like that is going to pan out.
Daisuke, you try to use your cadence, and it appears that nobody has received your message. You just say a weird thing after her talking about.
Doesn't
she can't-
Kuranagi have cadence, or
I don't think so.
I do not have cadence. No.
Nope.
darn? I could have sworn I heard that like either Naurin or Kuranagi had it, or
Nope.
had the option to
Last
get it.
game we talked about me going to get it because you were using it, and I was like, I was going to use it, but I didn't think anybody took it. But I only have XP, so I couldn't take it yet.
Nope. Nobody knows.
Okay. Yeah, like well, unfortunately, since my message came out as jumped up nonsense, I don't want to implicate myself by stating it out loud. So
Reach over, pat you on the back as if you were just choking on something, and go, "Are you okay?"
well, made an attempt to states something that needs to be said, but apparently I wasn't clear enough.
Um,
We get that you like the fashion of the Unicorn Clan, but it's weird to just talk about it like this so openly.
Hmm.
I mean, they're standing right there. I guess you
If
can go ahead.
Well, let's see. This
we
Bushi
could,
does look feminine. Maybe Daisuke can try to distract her? Question
we
mark.
could,
While you guys come up with a plan.
we could
Are
just
you
go
gonna
back to
try
one
to
of our
hit
rooms.
on her?
you guys have rooms. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
if you
I
want to
know.
talk
Youngso
privately,
said in
just
character,
suggest
we could
let's
just go back to one of
retire
our
to
rooms.
blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
might as well. Might as well.
But by the way,
Working's
James,
the
your
roomiest
character has a resource here that nobody else has. Just gonna give you that hint.
family.
Yeah, my uncle,
Yeah.
but I have no idea where the frick he is.
Well, and there's like the
Ask.
general fact that you're a unicorn.
Yeah, there's that too. I might have a little more freedom
Yeah.
to move about than you
Can I-
guys.
Can I point out something? Naren had no idea where somebody was, and yet she found that person.
Yeah, by asking.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So I'm actually going to walk over to this Bushi.
Yeah, she's... Ide-san.
Where is Ide Youngso the Elder?
She motions with a head nod here.
Thank you. Then look back at my friends and go, which room will we meet up in?
Perhaps the Elder's room would be a great place to convene.
Might be a bit crowded.
Well,
Let's
I
see.
think there's plenty of room in my room. Sort of spacious, 2 windows, and 2 doorways, from what I observed.
And which one
I
is that?
assume most of our rooms are similar. My room has a table with 4 chairs, 2 windows, a balcony.
Oh, I don't have a
And-
balcony.
You all-
Lovely.
I have one window in mine.
All in favor for Moshisaurus?
Very
If
well,
you
I know
like.
where that one is anyway. I'll meet up with you after I meet with my uncle.
All right. No idea where your room is, but considering that you came up from behind me, I can assume it's one of the more nearby rooms from where my room is.
Who are you talking to?
Ide Youngso.
Ah.
And
Mine is right across from Moshisaurus.
Yes, we're neighbors.
All
We
right.
share a wall.
let's try to find now and let her know that we are trying to discuss matters.
I think she went into a room over here.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, she was looking for that merchant.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm gonna move over to Youngso. You knock on the door, opens up, and there's your master. He says,
Uncle?
yeah,
Uncle?
he gestures you to come inside, and his room is tiny, you notice. He says, nephew, glad you're here. I'm glad you found me. I think they're going to keep eyes on me more than most.
They also gave me a larger room than you.
Yeah? Interesting. Yeah, I noticed that this isn't one of the best rooms around. But,
And they gave my companion Moshisora, though she is a Shugenja, so it might be that, a room with more windows.
take a peek outside that window over there. Tell me what you see.
A guard right outside. Yes, I noticed it from my balcony.
And there's a guard right on the other side of my door, too.
Yes, they're definitely watching you closer than me.
That said,
There's
I
a
have...
guard.
guard outside of Naren's and
While there
Kuranagi's.
is a guard on the ground outside the balcony, they're more between both me and Moshisora. And otherwise, the nearest one's at the end of a hallway.
They're probably just making sure they got all their corners covered. If you can
Hmm.
find a way to move them, but that would either cause a distraction or if you do something physically to them. Not sure what you could do to physically make them move.
I definitely would not be able to go frontal on that.
An ally of mine, Shinjo Ryohei. He'll be here as soon as the sun goes down. He'll be on the west side of the building. I can't meet with him with this kind of pressure on me. But since they don't seem to have as much pressure on you, perhaps you can find a way.
Shinjo
Ryohei?
Ryohei. Shinjo Ryohei. And you said the west side of the building.
Yeah, if you go with him, he'll probably lead you out of the palace. I'm. They're building a small coalition there. That's growing.
Fortuitous.
Should be
My room is
growing
on the west side.
Yeah, should be growing into the night. Because if things happen how it's going to happen, there's going to be a battle. There's going to be maybe even a war.
Mm. I already came to that conclusion myself, Uncle. It'll start with the unicorn and then spread from there.
But we need more information. Right?
Agreed.
If you know how to speak with Moto Nomen, or
No idea where they're keeping her, and
there's
I
a
would
dungeon.
assume,
There's a dungeon beneath this castle.
I was going to say, I assume that is where majority of the guards would be.
Yeah. That said, this castle has been built, rebuilt, occupied by the Fox clan, the Kirin clan, the Fox clan, the Lion clan, the Matsu family, and the Utaku. There are secrets here that we don't know.
Touch my arm with the tattoo for a moment. The Kitsu even said for a while members of our family stayed here, though we weren't in charge.
That's very true. That's very true. When the Kirin clan went to go work for the Lion, our family decided not to. We did not feel like we had to trust the others. And when the Matsu came and overtook this castle, we foresaw that betrayal. And we kept to the shadows. And that's how we lived here.
And our family is why the Ide are known as such good diplomats. When they returned, we taught them again the proper ways of acting. I will try to keep that part in mind a bit more in future.
Find somebody who can tell you what's going on with Moto Nomen and Kengo. There are ways to figure these things out beyond simple stealth and reconnaissance. There are people here with powers beyond what we have.
Many of my friends.
Exactly.
Daisuke is very good with his tongue.
That's between you and him.
When the sun
He
goes down,
seems to be able to
when the
seems to
sun
be able to get people to loosen their lips more.
when the sun goes down, meet with Shinjo Ryohei. Leave with him. Do what he asks.
Uncle, the lion that came with the prince, He should have been in the Castle of the Swift Sword, seeking repentance for what he did in the City of the Rich Frog.
Why do you think he's not there?
There's a much larger conspiracy at foot.
I agree. But who's involved? Is it the Lion? The Deer Clan? What do you know of the Deer Clan?
Next to nothing.
Have you heard anything about any involvement within the past year with the Deer Clan? Ask your friends.
I will. Though, I think that Kitsu mentioned them. If you find yourself able to talk with the Kitsu, they may be a good source of information for you.
They talk to your ancestors. From what I know about the Deer Clan, they're matchmakers, and they use magic. They use...
Matchmakers?
Yeah, heaven. They use magic from heaven to understand what brings people together, and uses that for matchmaking.
I have heard something. I just remembered. The Pink Cranes.
The Pink Cranes, what are they?
They are a faction within the Cranes that are doing the Deer Clan matchmaking within the Crane.
So, what does that have to do with the Lion?
That I do not know.
So, the Deer Clan is helping the Crane with matchmaking.
Yes.
But only these Pink Crane.
Ones that are specially selected, ladies, to be married upward, I believe, and made as desirable as possible. One of the contestants to become the new White Dragon was a Pink Crane.
So they're looking to marry these people into the Imperial family and using the Deer Clan to make it legitimate. And
That
here
would be
we
my
have
guess.
and here we have an ex-Imperial being married to somebody outside of their clique. There may be a connection there.
Yes.
Also, if we're talking about Kitsu Satoru, he has ancestor magic. That's a potent combination. I don't know what they're planning or if that matters. But it's something to think about.
It is a connection with the Deer Clan, or at least a similarity.
Yes, it is a similarity.
That might have been enough for an alliance.
Well, we can't sit in here speculating all day. We gotta go out and get the real information.
I will forge forward. I request humbly if you would do the back tracing on Kitsu Satoru and why he didn't do what he was told.
I'll get a message out. They can't stop me from sending messages. And they can't break my codes either.
Excellent.
And we both know if you really wanted to leave, they'd never see you go.
All right, we're gonna move on to you three, and Narn, you can join the others.
Just a quick question here. In this area in the middle, is that stairs
going down
over here, and then a landing, and then more stairs down?
That's exactly what that is.
Okay.
And then there's the garden underneath all that.
Okay. I'm assuming we're not allowed to go down those stairs either.
No, they want you on the top floor.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Are these one of the stairs that lead down over here?
Yeah, and there's a guard that keeps you from going down those stairs, unless you want to, like, assault the guard.
I'll be like, all right, everyone, I'll show you to my room.
They're all going buck wild through the halls right now.
I'm trying to draw a map Okay, like he told
Daisuke,
me.
you went into some stranger's room. Take a right at the end.
That's actually his room.
Oh, okay.
And he jumped out a window. Is that a window or a side door? I think that's a side door.
You have a fancy room.
Yeah, it looks like there's
I
space
have two
over
doors
here on the left
to my room.
for a pallet, and then there's another one in a completely separate area on the right.
You have a balcony that connects to somebody else's balcony?
Yeah, that's where Youngso is.
Oh.
I said Youngso and I share a wall.
Y'all got fancy rooms. Look at this. Y'all's is nice.
Well,
Oh yeah, his setup is very similar to mine.
I guess it's not so strange that I have two doors. One that exits to this hallway and one that exits to the other hallway.
Is this a
Convenient.
window? Right here. Is this a window or does this lead out? What am I trying
That's
to
a
think right
window.
here? Okay.
That leads one story down to the floor. If you want to jump out, you'll take some damage.
Yeet.
Maybe someone
Do
will
a
see
barrel
you.
roll.
Okay.
You can mitigate the damage by rolling. Fitness roll.
We're all just like walking through everyone's rooms.
Are these doors or windows that I'm next to right
Those
here?
are doors. Don't open them. They're not.
Where's Naren?
I'm right here. I'm trying to get a lay of the area.
Ah, okay.
I've just been taking.
And that unicorn guard is like, oh, that isn't suspicious whatsoever.
I
Gotta take
mean,
note of that.
if we were actually here, we might have a little bit of better sense because you could look down a hallway and see the doors and everything. It's a little more confusing with the fog of war, so I'm just waddling around.
Okay, I'm Rob. Daisuke is not here. Just kidding.
I'm like,
Is
come
this door
on down,
open?
Naurin.
Yeah, that door's open.
That's Daisuke.
Oh, it is? I don't care anymore. Just kidding. I'm gonna write that down.
All right, guys. Everyone in this room, and y'all can talk a little bit about what you want to do.
Gonna have to make sure that we close the door so no one else could hear us.
I guess
You wanna-
Naren's doing her own thing.
I will come. I want to be able to draw the map while we're not in the middle of important shit, but I can't do that though if I'm gonna be in the same room as you guys. Because by the time I get a chance to come out, we're gonna be doing stuff, and I'm not gonna have a chance to doodle the map.
We're this way.
This way. Okay, just drag me over there. I'm all
The right.
confused. Oh god.
You're in.
She phased through the wall.
Yep. By the power of the game master.
Alright. Close the doors. Alright, well, what I was trying to communicate earlier is that we need to figure out a way to permanently get rid of Kitsu Satoru. It seems that he was too much of a loose end to leave at the city of the rich frog.
What do you mean by permanently get rid of him?
I would leave that up to the imagination of the scorpions. They can figure something out.
Seems as though the crane turned his beak in exchange for some teeth.
Well,
What?
considering the trouble he's causing, not only my master and the unicorn, and the rest of us as well, being affected by it, I would think we'd have a more united consensus with how much of a bothersome entity he's become.
I just did not realize that Crane thought that bothersome people needed to be excised so completely.
Daisuke,
Hey,
if a weapon, I will likely be killed. So if you wish to do something about Kitsu Satoru, why don't you put that silly-looking fan of yours away and do something about it yourself?
Or those newly found teeth of yours.
First, we have to figure out where he is. As far as I can tell, we need to, as I could see Naurin plotting out a map of the area. Perhaps we can figure out where they reside, or where, Kitsu Satoru resides in this area, and we can plot something out to deal with him.
You're quite the friendly individual. Perhaps you could find out that information yourself. And
I
then share
wouldn't
with
be
the-
surprised if he is in the castle proper rather than the guest house.
Well, the guard that I spoke to earlier out in the hallway right there that leads to our connecting rooms mentioned that we shouldn't move down the stairs, that is closed off to us.
I imagine that's where they're keeping people who are not supposed to be leaving. Or belongings that are not supposed to be leaving.
According to the guard, it is kitchens and servants' quarters and such, although that's probably not an exhaustive list.
That is a possibility.
It could simply be that they want to be able to keep better track of their guests. But
Oh, certainly.
there might be places they don't wish us to see as well.
It seems to me that these unicorn do not lack in subtlety.
Let's see.
They certainly do have a way of, directing us. Feels kind of like heavy-handed, in my opinion.
It does.
Well, if you want to do a coup, then
Go all in?
Go all in and try to control whatever information goes in and out. They are strategically placing themselves where they can keep an eye on where we're going, or coming and going.
Of course, it is quite interesting, isn't it?
From what I've seen of this place, it doesn't seem large enough to hold everyone that we saw at the party.
Well, at least not in the small area that we've seen so far. There may be more rooms on opposite sides of the building.
Probably the more important guests are located within this floor, at least.
Or they are some who have been trusted to be held in the castle rather than here in the guest house.
Did that unicorn bushi outside just suddenly appear there, like, for real? Were they not there before and now they're there?
No,
Or was
they've
that-
always been there.
They've always been there, okay. Because, well, the token wasn't showing up earlier for me. I wasn't sure if that was okay.
Well,
Is he
Oh, that
listening
one
in?
corner?
That's why I was like, Naren's being paranoid as fuck. If she just sees this guy stop right outside this room, she's gonna make a comment about it.
they did specifically mention that our little group was especially suspicious. So we may be some of their special guests.
Of course.
I suppose there
Considering that
could
we have
be
close ties to
another
to
group
right in the room.
with more freedom.
Do you by any chance know any rituals that could, or
Yes?
increase our privacy?
Unfortunately, that is not where my talents lie.
Oh, that's okay.
I am far better at, of course, using my flames to heal or to harm.
see.
I do know cleansing, and I can speak with the spirits, but that is about it for my spiritual powers.
Utility spells, who needs that? Yeah, this guy.
It's
needs
not
utility
even an
spells.
option for me.
Yeah, I don't have the ritual that lets me bar people from like overhearing me or listening or like entering into my room, which now I am feeling very foolish for not having taken.
The
but I do have
gateway
something
or
to help.
whatever.
Yeah, there's a barrier threshold
Yeah,
barrier. I think it was.
threshold barrier. That's what I'm thinking of.
And it would be really good to have right now.
But I think
God
that's
damn it.
like a physical barrier, not a
No, it's a
thing
spiritual
where-
barrier. It's
Well,
it's
I
like
mean,
a
like
ward.
it's a thing where stuff can't come through, but it doesn't affect like eavesdropping.
It's true, yeah. Which I can also do, the eavesdropping thing.
You can do eavesdropping?
Yeah, I can. I have a spell that can listen to like scry on an area for multiple scenes. Actually, like I think 24 hours,
Nice.
which will allow me to eavesdrop in an entire area. But
I
I
ain't
have to
dropping
know
no
like
eaves.
I ain't dropping no eaves. I swear. Oh, Samwise. I will ask. Does anyone else know any of the people who are on the floor? Anyone see anybody interesting?
On this level, you
I haven't
mean?
seen anyone yet
Indeed.
outside of our own group.
I came from the merchant's room. We share a wall.
The Yaski. He asked me to take him to see Kengo earlier. I couldn't really decide on what his motives were, but he wasn't being completely honest with me, so I decided not to take him to see Kengo.
He does seem to have a lot of medicines for sale.
Hmm?
I have a feeling he's some kind of pharmacist.
Really? What
It
does he
seemed to me-
have?
Diuretics and laxatives and a bunch of other concoctions that I don't know about.
That's
I don't know much about medicine.
that's quite a strange assortment to sell at a wedding.
Some people need to
But-
go.
The man is not a simple merchant. He keeps a logbook with pricing for his wares, which no good merchant would need a book to list the standard pricing for such things. They would set their own.
A duplicitous
Yes.
merchant. Okay.
This is
But he
not.
does seem to care for Kengo.
This is not
that
his usual job, then.
Seems to care for Kengo. In what capacity?
Maybe
I'm
he's not so much.
100% certain. But he'd said to me that he asked me if I was one of Kengo's friends, and then he told me that not all of Kengo's acquaintances and friends were able to make it to the wedding. I'm not 100% certain what he was implying.
From
Did
what
seem
I could,
worried, though, that I would blackmail him.
from what I could gather, maybe he was. I wouldn't want to say a spurned friend, but if anything, like someone who had to take matters into his own hands to attend the wedding as a merchant instead of a guest.
You can all
Then
make
maybe-
a TN4 government earth check if you want.
I imagine
TN4
TN
government
I am a-
Earth.
government.
I imagine he is less of a general merchant.
I'll have
and
to get
more-
really lucky for that.
and more of a
I'll probably spend a void just to see if I can successfully get some results from
You want to
this.
spend a void for that.
and more
I'm
of
not,
a
but I'll
Sasha-
roll just to see
Sasha
what
can
happens.
auto succeed on it if she wants.
I feel like you're trying to bait me out of my auto success, and I might need it.
I might get it. Might. Ah, drat! Blank die foils me again.
Could be interesting. Could be a red herring.
Anyway, shoot, what was I gonna say?
Bang, out
Oh.
of character, I'm going. Oh, that's the subject of my Geary. Fuck.
Ah.
Most likely, I
And I
kind of
think I
feel
even
like
know who he's
he,
reporting to at this point, out of character.
Nalrin, he was probably just telling you that you should count yourself lucky to have been able to come to the wedding.
I'm rather certain that is not what he was telling me.
I would like to spend my 2 opportunity to suddenly recall an important piece of information that is not related to the topic of my role.
For you, I'm gonna say, Shinjo.
Ryobi?
Not Ryo.
Or Ryohi?
No. I'm gonna give you this piece of information. When you are all escorted here to the guest house, this is the guest house for the more important people, and all of the other guests that kind of milled about and stuff were in like the second guest house. So this is basically for like the important NPCs. So all of your important NPCs are here, except for the bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're extra important, so they're in the palace.
And that includes Shinjo Akiji, the jilted lover.
Of course.
Oh.
The only one that isn't here at the guest house that was there as as one of the guests at the wedding was Utako Kyoko, or Utako Kyoko, which you can probably guess why. She's the Utaku daimyo. This is her castle.
She's like, fuck all of you. Going to my room.
This is my castle.
When you said the Kiji thing, it just made me think of this horrible plot to get him to do something silly by dressing up like Motonoman and being like,
Again.
"Oh, please save me! Help me to escape! You're my only hope!" And then having him go and try to do some stupid shit to distract everybody while I go and do the important thing.
Whatever works, man.
Oh! Right. You said that merchant has medicines like diuretics and laxatives.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good way to get rid of people without doing any permanent damage.
True.
Oh, Imagine an entire force of unicorn bushi
All
having
come
to
down
need to
with
use
the runs?
outhouse all at the same time. Oh, what a story that would be! Ooh.
I'm gonna do the Kermit the Frog drinking the tea thing right now.
Aaron, like, barely, almost imperceptibly, like, gives a slightly uncomfortable look. Like, she's thinking in her head, this is why I never would trust any of you with my drinks.
Oh, and come now, Naurin.
You just gave Daisuke a really, really good idea. Perhaps we can hold a nice little tea ceremony for them.
Did he have the diuretic with him when I was in the room with him?
Uh-huh.
He showed you that he had medications.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he had them with him post.
Yeah.
From it. So then Naurin will say, I believe he had it in his room with him. Now.
Perhaps I could purchase the diuretic and laxative.
Time for
Personally,
you-
I'm more amenable to the laxative than the diuretic.
Perhaps it is time for you to go and give your distant relative a visit.
Knock on the door. and Youngso's there, and he can come into the room.
Youngso,
Welcome.
any news?
After making sure the door's fully closed behind me? Yes, at sundown we need to get to the west side of the building. Only problem I see with that is getting all of us there with the guard off of my balcony.
I look at you, and I'm like, why exactly do you need all of us to go to the west side of the building? I wonder.
My uncle has an ally. Shinjo... What was the first name again?
Ryohei.
Sorry?
Ryohei.
Ryohei. Shinjo Ryohei. We are to meet him there on the west side of the building. And
I give Youngso a look, and I'm like, are you sure we are all supposed to be meeting him?
I specifically asked if I should bring my friends, and my uncle is kind of miserly with words. All he said was yes.
Youngso, quick question. Are there enough outhouses for all of those unicorn bushi to attend to today?
This is gonna be horrible if that diuretic was actually poisoned this whole time and we end up unwittingly poisoning all of the unicorn bushi in the castle, thus horribly, royally screwing up.
Which is why I'm more I'm gonna purchase more of the laxative than the diuretic.
I don't think there was laxative. There's diuretic.
No, I heard Corey mentioned laxative.
I only said
No, he only mentioned a diuretic.
And
But
that was an accident
In
that we made
character,
canon.
I don't know that. But making someone have to go pee really bad is still getting them out of the way.
Yes.
does the exact same
But
thing.
how do you deliver it?
Tea.
Blow darts.
Guards that are
blow dart.
outside on the ground.
Oh, blow dots.
Pee dart.
You just put the little pill inside of the blow dart gun, and you just
What was that
shoot it right
movie?
into their mouth.
What was that movie where the guy was addicted to tranquilizer darts?
What?
You knew that
sounds
sweet,
vaguely
sweet train?
familiar.
Oh, I'm back on the horse. No. Was that a
Sounds vaguely
cartoon or a
familiar, but I
movie
don't
or
remember.
what? I remember that. It was so funny. Every time I kick the habit, it drags me back in, baby.
So good.
I'm remembering the Ace Ventura,
No.
Call of the Wild scene. That's too much.
Yeah, it wasn't Ace Ventura.
Was it? You sure?
Nah,
No, your quote was Ace Ventura,
Yeah.
but Corey's was not.
mine was. I'm trying to figure
I know
out where
that, but,
mine
I was
came
trying
from.
to add, Ace Ventura. Just imagine, one of the guards going, "That's too much." Ugh.
I want to say it was a Will Ferrell movie. It was.
Are you talking about the one where they were all in college and he gets tranked while he was
Maybe.
at a kid's birthday party? The guy had a trank gun and he shoots it. He's like, this thing could take down an elephant, and he shoots him accidentally in the throat. He's like, oh shit, and then he runs a rampage. with people in
Maybe.
black.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Anyways, back to this game. We have 20 minutes left.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and see the Yaski and see if I can make those purchases. Naren, which room was he in?
That
She
was
points.
the first
Oh,
door
okay.
to the left off of the garden room, I believe.
She points to the literal map she's drawing, over here.
Ah, that's quite helpful. Thank you. So Daisuke will make his way to the Yaski with
All right,
coin in
let's-
hand or coin in pouch,
Let's see
looking
where
to
you
get
go.
some tea ingredients.
I'm really curious to see where you go. All these doors that are left open.
Alright, I'm just going to cross paths.
If these doors are actually left open, I'm looking inside of them.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
left open.
I'm assuming that this is my door. I give a
Everybody else
tentative
is-
knock.
All right, you're gonna knock on that
This
door.
one is Ida Youngso's. This one is
And-
Moshi
Oh, that's
Sora's.
Edie's.
Yeah, this one right
You
here.
made it to the right place. But we're gonna
All
stop
right,
you there. We're gonna
excellent.
go back to the others. Are y'all ready to head out?
This one right here was Ide's.
Mm-hmm. This was the
Yeah,
EAs.
he's across the hall from me.
And these doors are open too. And I know why they were left open. People don't want to
and
close their
So that I
doors.
could-
The
sneak
one
in
next
there.
door to him is Daisuke.
Yeah, so I can sneak in here and rob his stuff.
Is this dice?
I assume my manservant is still gonna be with me, watching over my stuff.
Oh yeah, your manservant's
gonna-
there, sure. Why not?
You all sleep in the same bed?
Nope.
Does he
I guess
come
they're
you
gonna
and you
have to
come-
tonight.
The question
For
is,
some
who's
reason,
supposed-
they've got
He has
a
a
double
bedroll.
bed, and I have two beds.
Oh, actually no, your servant, all of the important people are here. Your servant's in another place.
Ah. Okay.
What?
Yep.
His
can request-
servant
you
is
can-
sent somewhere
You
else?
can request your servant if you want.
Who spoons who, Matt?
All right,
He
Matt,
has his own bedroll.
the Izu opens the door and he says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Damn it! I blanked out on his family name,
Yaski.
player wise. Yaski. That's right. Yaski-san. I believe I found or remembered some ingredients I would like to purchase from you, or some of your wares. Mind if I come in?
Of course. He looks out at the guard and the other way, and he says, "Please come in." And he'll close the door behind you.
You're like, I've unfortunately had trouble peeing lately.
What can I help you with?
What?
Yes, I'm looking to purchase some tea ingredients and maybe a little bit of medication.
I don't have tea ingredients on me, but I have these medicines. And he
Oh.
they're already out on the table for some reason.
Some reason. Who knows?
Any sort of diuretics and laxatives?
He says,
perhaps?
"Here's my diuretics right here. Do not lick your fingers after touching them."
I will make sure not to do that. And what is the proper dosage for these?
A drop.
A drop.
They're
All right.
super
Concentrated.
Super concentrated, but I only have this one bottle.
All right, that definitely works for my needs. Well, and how much would that bottle be?
One koku.
One koku. All right, I should definitely have it. I'm trying to look at my inventory here. All right, one koku it is. So I give him the koku, and I assume I receive the
Yep. You get a
medication.
bottle of pea medicine.
All right. Well, that would definitely help me out for the evening. So, do you have any other wares that you would recommend? That you have on
don't know
sale?
what I would recommend to you, especially since most of my wares aren't here, and we're kind of trapped in here until the morning. But tomorrow morning, on our way out of here, you can check my cart.
All right, most definitely. All right. Well, that definitely this medication definitely provides what I need as of right now. So, I will go ahead and prepare some tea for myself with this, and I'll make sure to apply it.
Oh, all
Thank
right.
you, Yasuki-san.
Good luck, Doji-san.
All right.
He's like,
let's
"Oh.
see. I make my way.
Oh, you
back
have an
out.
enlarged prostate?
I'll never
All right.
tell.
Do I have like a good place in my room to like start preparing that medicinal tea?
Yeah, there's a place for tea. You can make some tea. Sure.
I have some great ingredients for your tea if you want.
Oh,
Yeah, it's this thing called night milk. It's delicious.
okay. You're gonna have to give me some context with that.
Seely, I would not be saying that to you in character, but it's because it's a very, very, very deadly poison that is curated by the Shishiro family.
Ah, deadly nightshade. Nice.
Because Daisuke was being 100% serious about like making guards piss themselves. I'm gonna go to his room. Definitely gonna have Naren like barge in.
Oh, Naren, how can I help you?
Let me see that vial.
The Yasuki-san mentioned that just one drop is enough. I'm going to see if I could share the tea with some of the guards. You know how of a good way to help distribute it, or perhaps we should have our entire party distribute the tea.
She ignores the question and is going to try to see if this is actually poison because Naren is extremely paranoid.
Okay.
Please,
by all means, test it. I don't have the means myself, so.
So are you going to use your ability to test it?
Yes, I would like to.
All right.
She's gonna be like,
Rub it between the fingers,
All right.
give it a sniff.
It is no poison you have ever had. It doesn't taste like a poison would, even if it had
So you
like a
have
neutral
to
poison.
you
Really
feel a
bad.
little bit of a tingle in your lower area.
Yeah.
She very unceremoniously goes to the window and spits out of it, like, you're fine.
All right. Well,
It does what's on the label.
By the way, the dose is like a drop per cup of tea. If you're making like a kettle.
a kettle.
It's gonna be a bit more.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
figured.
so I'll try to make sure that I make a kettle's worth.
1 drop per serving.
All right, so I counted around 4 guards so far, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot more, like that would need a little bit of refreshment.
You are the Froofy courtier, so I suggest you go and try to offer these guards your special refreshments and act especially offended if they dare refuse you.
All right. Sounds like a fun
I-
time.
Do assume you have excellent quality tea with you?
Of course, I always keep a tea set on me. I mean, I purchased it back at the City of the Rich Frog. Best investment I could have gotten at that time.
Yes. Grand thanks for those who are looking after us so kindly.
The scorpion are like, here, guards who are guarding me, drink this.
Right?
No thank you.
I don't know how bad I want to go
He
over
may
there.
want to prepare actual tea for the rest of us that doesn't have the diuretic in it so that the rest of us are all drinking it.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
My own cup.
Good question. How many kettles do I have?
One.
One. Darn.
Well, that's why you
Oh.
prepare the non-diuretic one first. Distribute it to everybody, and then you prepare the one with the diuretic second, and then distribute that hot tea to the
Yeah,
guards, or
because
try-
we don't want the leftover diuretic in our tea.
The thing is there's
All right,
no
that
fire
is-
pit in here or anything like that, so you don't have fire. You have some you have a lantern, and I guess you could heat up the kettle on a
Would that
lantern.
eat away at the time that I have to produce the tea, or should I ask
I mean,
one of
it's
the
gonna
guards to
take a
take
while
me to
no
the
matter
kitchen
what.
so I
It's
could prepare
tea.
the tea?
I still don't understand how you're going to deliver the tea.
Perhaps I could announce a pleasant gathering with the guards. It's like, oh, if anyone wants some refreshing tea, I'll make a call out in the common room or on the balcony, and we can all partake in some tea.
Be careful
It
that you
shouldn't be such
don't
a
get.
stressful event.
You
Right.
may get other
Maybe.
guests to drink your tainted tea. Go
Mm.
about it that way.
Yeah, that could wind up a little.
So then we would know who all is here.
It's just
I
collateral damage.
suppose we could ask for the help of a kitchen servant
You could
to boil the water.
get you the tea.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably have them prepare the tea for you, bring it up, and then add your medicine after that.
Ah. All right. All right.
And ask for some, like, cups and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need cups and a kettle of hot water at the very
All right.
least.
So Daisuke is gonna come out and ask the guard. Pardon me, good sir. Could you perhaps fetch me a kitchen servant? I would like to prepare some tea for myself and everyone around in this area.
He says, "All right." He'll go on down these stairs, and he'll come back up with a kitchen servant. And the kitchen servant says, "What do you need, Crane-san? I'm at your service."
All right. Could you perhaps boil me let's see, two kettles of hot water? I would like to produce some tea for everyone to share.
Um, of course.
All right. Thank
And
you.
he
I
will
definitely
go-
and
appreciate
cups,
your
of
service.
course.
Hmm?
And
what?
cups, of course.
And of course, I would like some cups as well to go along with it.
How many, sir?
All right. So, considering that we have a good number of guests over here, now, Corey, I'm speaking out of character at the moment. Would it be safe to say like 20 cups would be a good amount? Because that's how many I suspect there are guests and at least some guards here and there. Or should I make a roll to kind of get a
You can always
general
ask
assessment?
the guard how many people there are on the floor.
Right.
I don't
Why do
want
I
to
keep
leave
forgetting
anyone out.
By the way, the scorpion over here. Yeah, there's another
Mm-hmm.
unicorn guard, as you can see, right in front of these stairs.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
I'm just taking note of all the different rooms, and like I said, keeping an ear out as I wander around, just listening, seeing if I pick up any noises or voices that are familiar.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and take Crystal's suggestion and ask the guard, how many people do we have on this floor? That way, I would know how many.
The
cups
guard
we
looks
need
at you
to-
and shrugs.
Hmm. Wouldn't one of your compatriots know about how many people that we have
know
here?
where people are. I mean, I could spend time counting, but Doji-san, why are you trying to give tea to everybody in this place? They
Well,
can get tea
considering
on their
the
own.
stressful event that happened earlier, I think everyone over here could use something to relax with.
They're relaxed, Doji-san.
Hmm? Well, something a little refreshing.
They are well taken care of.
Well,
Servant,
You know-
I muttered,
get him two
I
cups.
muttered emotion.
One for him and one for a
Really?
guest. Thank you.
One off.
And the servant will say, "Yes, sir." And we'll go back downstairs.
oh man.
Sorry.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to work my playfulness into this.
Your playfulness comes into play if you actually pull this off, and people are like, hey, he put something in the tea. And you're like, oopsie, I've been having trouble using the bathroom. I'm so sorry.
I thought everyone could use some help peeing tonight.
Only for myself.
This is what happens when you push your luck, Matt.
When I push my luck.
When you push your luck.
Well,
You know,
I'm not the most
you start
socially
acting.
nuanced individual.
I do this to Tarek too, and when you start acting suspicious, they start stepping in and making sure they squash
Trying to
that
figure
down.
out why you're acting so suspicious.
You want to make tea for everybody? No, that's not happening. So the servant will come back up with a kettle of hot tea and 2 cups,
All right.
and he says, "There you are, Doji-san."
All right. So, I'll go ahead and make my way to the commons area. All right. Right now I'm just thinking, you know what? Right now I'm gonna have to figure out a plan for the next game because at the
Yep.
moment I'm kind of drawing a blank for.
We are finished with this game. Thank
Yep.
you everybody for watching. Yep. I hope everybody's enjoyed this. People are way out of their element. They don't know what they're doing. I have to say, some people's gearies are winding. The door is closing on some of these people's gearies, but not on others.
Yeah, if my friends could tell me their suspicions about that merchant, I would appreciate since I wasn't in the room.
You'll
I
have
did.
maybe.
I did tell you.
No, you told them I wasn't in the room.
He wasn't in the
I
room.
forgot that you weren't in there.
He was doing something else.
Rip.
So, yeah.
I was surprised that you
You
said
can
to
always
go
tell us what you're
gonna
trying to
bring
do.
all of them to go see a dishonorable unicorn when all 3 of them are honorable characters. That was like a uh-oh. And also he's the guy I need to talk to do my thing. So blowing up that spot is kind of like...
Is he the guy you need to talk to do your thing?
He's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to be telling me
Right.
the information that I need to know to get to a person to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I got you a hookup on him.
Unfortunately, there's something that was part of the plot that totally blew up your entire plan.
That's true.
Yep. So, once you leave this place, do you think you're coming back?
I still have no idea what to do with my Geary. My Geary is just.
And Tarek, what's funny is you're going to go out there and he'll 100% tell you exactly who you need to talk to. And you'll be like, fudge! It's going to be hilarious.
Well, I mean, there's still some things I can do to get around here. It's just gonna make it harder.
So, well, I mean, I didn't do this on purpose.
Yeah.
I
No,
didn't-
that's okay.
Maybe
You set
Maybe
it up
I
to
have
happen at the guest
on
house.
the chat over the next week, share what our geary are, and actually assist each other with it at this point.
I think you'll have one more game in this house. There's no honor and glory awards here. This is winding down the end of Act 1. Once you leave this place, Act 1 is over and we'll start Act 2.
I do want to remind you I do have the ability to jump through shadows
Yes.
and disguise myself as anybody I want.
Uh-huh.
So those 2 things could help me to get to the person even if they are difficult to get to, as long as they're not dead.
Oh, I will give you this kind of information because you asked. Here you hear the voices of the Shinjo.
Akiji?
Yep, and other Shinjo. Through here you hear the voices of Dragon. Or not Dragon, I'm sorry, the Phoenix Clan. From here, in here you hear voices of the Phoenix Clan.
Okay, Phoenix.
And in here you hear the recital of the young Doji.
Oh, I hear him singing poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Kenko is the best.
And that's what you get from
Okay.
your keen hearing so far.
That's still a decent enough survey. By the way, this looks like it goes downward.
It
Is
does.
that the case? This goes down. This goes down into a like midpoint, and then down onto the lower level.
Yes, so this is, yeah, exactly. And there's a garden down here at the very bottom.
Okay.
Just like these stairs over here go down and there's a landing and go down again.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I understood that. Cool. Then I am good. XP for the game?
XP, 2 XP.
Yay.
Sorry, guys. Tech issues on my part for not getting in earlier.
Yeah.
Since I'm drawing a map, could you point out where the dragon were again for me? Because I missed them.
They weren't dragon.
I
They were
heard
Phoenix.
Phoenix. I
They
know
were
where the young
Phoenix.
doji is.
The Phoenix are here.
Phoenix is
The
here.
young doji is here,
Yeah.
and
who's
the
other one?
the Shinjo are here. That's
Okay.
what I heard.
Yep.
I figure you're gonna tell me and add to my map later.
All right, guys. Hey, everybody out there, thank you for watching. The person who didn't use her free success to find out that keen information, I wasn't trying to bait it out of you. I was looking at the time going, oh, there's plenty of time. But I'm gonna correct you. That turns into a void. So you get a void point for not using your free success this game.
Wasn't bad.
Everybody who's watching, thank you for watching out there. If you watched it all the way through, you obviously like to hit the like button. We do this every Sunday because it's Cyber Samurai Sunday. I didn't say that at the beginning of the game, did I?
I don't think so.
From Crystal, Sasha, Matt, James, and Tarek, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.